Hello and welcome back to Paranormal Teach, where we explore all things haunted dolls. Today we are getting into a new series that I'm going to be doing regarding the different paranormal equipment I use with my haunted dolls, starting with balloon lights, which you see here, and Maglite flashlights. I'm starting with these because these tend to be the easiest pieces of equipment for haunted dolls to activate, so it's a really good place to start on your gear journey. The technique works the same way for both pieces of equipment, so we are batching these together. Basically, the way these are set up is that the balloon light or the flashlight is set to be at the threshold right between on and off, so they are much more sensitive to changes in the environment. When they are set in these ways, it leaves the electrical contacts in a much more delicate state, so it is easier for the spirit to manipulate the energy fields and either make or break the connection in order to activate it. So let's start with how to set up a balloon light. With the balloon light, it comes with a small plastic piece on it that you should remove, as this tightens up the light and makes it a little bit more difficult for them to activate. Spirits with a lot of practice are able to activate these lights with the ring on. If you are beginning, it is best to remove it altogether. The first thing you want to do is begin to rotate the light so that it is in the on position. Once you find that on position where it just turns on, then you want to rotate it backwards so that it is right at the line between on and off. In my experience with balloon lights, setting it is very important at the beginning when they are just learning, but eventually they won't need them set at all, and they will be able to activate them themselves regardless. You should then give it a light tap to make sure that it does not turn on so it's not too sensitive to the environment. Once you set it down, if you have a spirit who has never used a balloon light before, you should explain to them that they need to rotate it to the right in order to activate it, and they should be able to turn it on themselves, which Jeremiah is demonstrating here for you. One thing to be aware of is that it should not immediately turn on the second you place it, otherwise that means it is set too sensitive and it is reacting to the pressure, not the spirit. While many dolls are able to turn their lights off themselves, not all are right away, so if you want to turn it off, you can give it a quick squeeze and that will reset it. Many people place these on strings for their spirits to wear so that they can ask them yes/no questions anytime using their lights. I suggest having a spirit master balloon lights before jumping to a Maglite, but once they do, you can jump into a flashlight, which is set in the exact same way as the balloon light, where you twist it on and then twist it back off right to the position where it is at that threshold. And like the balloon light, when you set it, it should not turn on immediately, as you want to make sure it is not too sensitive to the environmental changes. We always explain how gear works, so we tell them twist it to the right to turn it on, twist it to the left to turn it off, and in time they will learn how to use this effectively, both for fun and as a way to communicate with you and answer your questions. We have taught our spirits that turning the flashlight on means yes and leaving it off means no, once they are consistent and know how to use it effectively. With any paranormal tool, when you are just getting yes/no questions, I do not recommend asking high-pressure questions related to their story or their passing, because you want to make sure that you can get that as accurately as possible, which cannot be established with yes/no. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more haunted doll stories and resources.